Department has now activated controlled water releases from the Vaal River. This follows heavy rainfall that forced authorities to open sluice gates from around 10 this morning. Communities living downstream have been warned to vacate the area, I believe, for the second time in 2 weeks. Let's bring in Wisane Mavasa. She is the Water Department's spokesperson. Wisane, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Can you explain to us the process for those of us who don't work in the industry? But what does this mean, controlled water release?
Thank you for having me, Michelle. Yes, when we release water through controlled processes is when we open gates that are meant to reduce water capacity from the dams when they are at their full capacity. In this instance, we have the integrated Vaal River system with these two dams that are along the Vaal River that do not have their design are not such that they would spill on their own when they are full. So as such, they've got spill gate, what we call a sluice gates. With the Vaal Dam, it's got 60 sluice gates, and we've got Bloemhof with 20 sluice gates. These two dams have got attenuation capacity, meaning that the absorption capacity, when they would have reached 100%, to hold on to up to 26% at Vaal Dam temporarily in terms of storage capacity, while we manage the water to in terms of these controlled releases to ensure that we protect the infrastructure, but also to ensure that the dam remains full after we would have released the water. The same process applies in the Bloemhof Dam. So as such, at the moment, what's happening is that we've been receiving a lot of rainfall since December, January, February. And as such, water levels have risen up, and the dam reached its 100% sometime earlier last month, around March. And we started opening the gates as early March, if not late February. And we've been communicating as such as we were releasing the water when the dam started reaching at around 105%. Same was happening in Bloemhof Dam to ensure that the capacity of the dam remains full, but at the same time, we protect the integrity of the structure, because if we do not do so and allow it to fill up to above its capacity, it might lead to another disaster where dam can burst and cause a catastrophic situation. And at the same time, the province, specifically Gauteng, would have no water whatsoever after that would have happened. So what has been happening due to the heavy rainfall that we've been receiving in the country, particularly in the upper catchments of the Vaal River, we had to open the sluice gates. We've got rivers that are flowing in at a rapid rate for the past couple of days, which led to us having to increase the sluice gates. We opened 2 yesterday, and overnight, the water levels had risen from 111% to as I'm speaking to you now, the dam is sitting at 119%, and we've got 10 sluice gates opened at the Vaal Dam as such to relieve the dam from the capacity, because we do not want it to get to that 126%, which is its full capacity in terms of the attenuation levels.
I mean,
now,
if you wouldn't mind me interrupting you there, sorry, I just need to get one more question in because we are dangerously out of time. But the very real damage here is that the walls might burst, quite literally. There needs to be a very careful balancing act here with the sluice gates.
Indeed, if we allow the dam to get full to such that it's not controllable, and that's what we are doing, because through our hydrology monitoring systems, we are opening this controlled water due to that fact that we do not want that disaster to happen. And this is well managed in terms of what is coming upstream and what is being let down. As I'm speaking to you at 5 o'clock, we'll be also increasing releases there downstream at Bloemhof Dam, because there are other rivers that are also contributing into the system in the Bloemhof, and that attenuation level of the Bloemhof is less than that of the Vaal Dam, which is at 100. It has to be up to 116%. I'm speaking to you currently, the dam is sitting at 100%. Therefore, we are increasing more releases. Unfortunately, there will be more and more releases as we get more water coming from upstream, because the levels, actually the grounds, have now oversaturated and there is no more absorption on the ground. So water levels will continue to rise as it comes in. As such, more releases will be activated in these two dams.
All right, we continue to keep a close eye on that. Wisane Mavasa is a Water Department spokesperson. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. And we continue to track a whole range of stories related to increased flooding. You would have seen there on the right-hand side of your screen, one person has died in flood-related damage in KwaZulu-Natal as well. It's one of the big developing stories we're tracking for